My name is Dimka. You can call me Dimi. And yes, I'm working now as a solution engineer at Salesforce. And I'm super excited to be here. The goal of my presentation is really to inspire you and to really show you what is possible to achieve with Marketing Cloud and how you can take your career to the next level. But in very much like a Salesforce fashion, I would like to again take this opportunity to actually express my gratitude for Supermums for inviting me for this opportunity to speak and share more about my journey. And also thanks to everyone who is on this call today. I really appreciate your time. So to start with, here is my journey. I came across Supermums last year in 2021. This was the first time when I actually came across even Salesforce. I didn't know much about Salesforce. At this time around last year, I was looking for my next opportunity. I knew I wanted to transition into Marketing Cloud, to transition into Salesforce and the technology space, but I didn't know how to do that. I came across LinkedIn. Supermums, they have LinkedIn posts, and I was really curious about what Supermums does. So I kept researching and kept looking at different types of posts. This is what excites me about the possibility. I was looking at some of the moms who have already done this journey, and I really asked myself what would be like for me to be on that same path, and what would look like a career in Salesforce look like for me. So after a couple of weeks of searching and really asking my mentors whether this would be a good thing for me to move into that on that side and learn more about Salesforce and the technology. In March is actually when I've decided to invest and to learn more about Marketing Cloud. So this is the first time when I actually decided to do the training with Supermums. So the reason why I've decided specifically to do this training is, first of all, is because I knew that I needed to build my network because as I mentioned I didn't have much knowledge, not the industry or the product. So I knew that by investing with Supermums, I was able to really expand my network. And that's really important, is when you look to take a pivot in your career, is to have like a good relationship in the industry. And the second reason, I was curious about the technology. My background is actually in digital marketing. So I'm always passionate to learn about new technology. I didn't know much about Marketing Cloud at the time. And all I knew is that it is not an easy platform to learn. You need someone to actually guide you through that journey. And in fact, there is no unless you are working in a company that is using the technology, there is no other way for you to be able to use that platform. So with Supermums, because they're offering this 2 weeks access to the platform, that was really a turning point for me, because I knew that being able to put my hands on the platform, I needed to have that practical experience. So those are the two reasons why I've specifically decided to work with Supermums. And what happened a couple of weeks later is actually a couple of months later, I became a Marketing Cloud Specialist certified. And this was the turning point for me, because this is when I've started to receive a lot of invitation and messages from recruiters. If before I was struggling to get my CV in front of the recruiters, now after I get certified, I don't know, something has changed. During that time, in between March and June, one thing that is really helpful, maybe you can make this if you're looking to make that transition, is to use LinkedIn to build your brand. So during that time, I kept on posting about Salesforce, I kept on posting about Marketing Cloud. So that, along with my Marketing Cloud certification, really enabled me to actually kind of get noticed. So between June and July, the end of July, I actually start interviewing with a lot of variety of different Salesforce partners. And that was a kind of overwhelming experience. If you're looking for your next role, I had maybe around 5 to 6 interviews in that short time frame. And each interview lasted for maybe it was like 2 or 3 rounds, and every time you have to prepare presentations. So those 2 months were probably one of the most intensive time from last year. But everything worked well, because in July, what happens is actually Salesforce, they decided to partner with Supermums, and they decided to hire people who have done the training with Supermums. So that was the time when I came across Salesforce. I knew that the dots were aligning, but it wasn't all easy, because at the time I've already had 2 offers from 2 of the Salesforce partners. And I still didn't have anything from, I haven't had all of any interviews with Salesforce, but I decided to take that risk and to really trust that my intuition is going to really, I knew that Salesforce was the place for me to work. And so I just I turned down those 2 offers. And luckily, all the dots aligned. So in July, actually, I was offered the role as a solution engineer in Salesforce. So this is the short version of my journey, and I'm really excited that following that intuition and working with Supermums was the key factor of why I ended up at Salesforce. And I know a lot of the people from my cohort, they landed an amazing opportunities, and you'll be able to hear some of the ladies later on in this call.